Yes, everybody, welcome to the Eagles. Happy New Year. We're moving into season 3. We've played around 4 or 5 games. It's the same old Eagles in terms of what we're doing, how the game is developing, and to be fair, we've made some really good signings. I think we're going to be okay this season. They're not expecting a lot from us in terms of media predictions, but I do think I've made some really good signings in key areas. Alright guys, let's dive into today's video. Smash a like on it and all that. Patreons as well. The tactic I'm about to show you will be available. Remember, all my tactics for this year through this save and all my tactics videos are free to download for all my Patreons. So head across to the link down in the description. £3 a month for the Patreon in 2023. Alright, let's go and see what's happened in the transfer window. Now, the first thing, we made some money. Rashan Fernandez has gone for £34,000. Beautiful. Michael Ebervine was that 6'4" central defensive attacking centre forward. He has gone on loan. We're paying I think they're paying about £2,000 of his wages now with a little bit of fee. So we're rounding about the wages. There you go. Loan fee monthly cost £1,000, so we're getting about what we owed for him. His contract's out at the end of the season. It did help us bring in one late arrival as well. And then a couple of players we spoke about in the last episode. Pim Smathov, we got a nice bit of chunk of change for him, £100. Bearing in mind he was never going to be at our level. Jural Berninder went to our FC Eindhoven, £22,000. Jeffrey Delange went for about £17,000. Federico Mattelio, the right back who really didn't do anything for us, has gone for about £140,000. I think it rises to 175. Yeah, potential rise with potential with add-ons, £175,000. And the last one, Diego Telloli, he was getting released, but he ended up going back to Brazil. Yeah, that wasn't a great sign, especially when we spent £2,700 on him. Still got really good technicals and mentals though at the age of 39. And then players released. Martin Burden was a player that we let go. Bobby Akande has left. He's got himself a club at Excelsior, playing in the second tier. Nice to see him that he's got a club though. And then Lindhorst, actually a nice player actually. There's a couple of attributes in there that I do like. Was pretty good off the ball, but he was determined to leave. I wanted him to sign a new deal just because he was Dutch. Hadn't gone through our youth system, but was a kind of a decent backup. But has moved on and hasn't found a club. Okay, that is the outs. Let's go and see the ins. The first one we got done really early, right at the end of the sort of like the current season. We got that done. He arrived sort of like the 1st of July when his contract ran out. It is Steve Mouvet, who has come from Serang in Belgium. I think Proximus League is probably the second tier. He's obviously Cameroon, then into Toulouse, to Serang, and then free transfer to us. 22 years old, already recommended 4.4 to £5 million. Wages, 7.25 grand a week. So a big earner. We've spent all our sort of like our profits from them sales. We've pushed it into the wage budget this season. 4 appearances. Sorry, the mic's in the way. 4 appearances. 1 man of the match. 2 goals already. A header and an absolute thunder bastard. And he's on an average rating of 7.35. Really good all-rounder. He's playing as our DM at the moment. We've changed the role a little bit in there. We're no Segundo Volante no more. We're just getting him to sit. He does do the roaming playmaker a little bit as well. So we've got really good options in there for him. 6'1", a really good all-rounder, but passing 14, technique 17, vision 15, first touch 14, dribbling's good, finishing's good, long shots are good. Really, really good all-rounder. Free transfer. Really happy with that. The next one in is a little bit of a backup, but he will feature a little bit because we're having a little bit of a problem with one of the Amorfa, one of the other youngsters at the club centre-halves. He was released from Ajax, and he was an A-star recommendation, which I don't normally go for, but he's only 19 years old, he'll be 20. He's a couple of attributes in there. Look, he's going to be quite pacey. He's got 12 passing. We are trying to play out from the back. He's young, he's Dutch. He's on, £425 a week, free transfer. I thought it was a really sensible signing to make. And then on to the rest of the end. Said Lambert is just a youngster that I've decided to sign. Nothing out flash. He came through our youth system, but he's already got pace 11 and technicals in certain areas are not bad. We needed a little bit of a backup in terms of our numbers in the 18, so we've just signed him. First one is Julian Serrano. He's going to be our left wing back for the coming season. 26 years old. He's obviously arrived on a free transfer from Ginamp. French, been at Livingston, started at Monaco. I do like the look of him. Good height. He's got a good height. Pace, this is kind of where we were in terms of levels of signings. 13 pace, but 14 crossing, 14 dribbling, tackling 11. Solid left wing back. I think he'll definitely give us more of an option going forward than Kuipers. And then we did sign Robert Uldrikis. Came in a little bit late at 8 grand. He took a little bit of persuading. He's dropped 19. He's dropped one. So we need to get that back up. But he is 6'6". Going to play hopefully as a target man at some point. Pressing forward, probably. Work rate, pace, he's all right. But I think we're definitely going to try and use a target forward this season. Our new starting right back is a PSG youngster. Eric Junior Dina M. We're just going to call him Junior, okay? He could play in a variety of positions, but I am looking at him to play at right wing back. Really good physicals, 6 foot, both footed, 14 stamina, 12 pace, natural fitness, all kind of good. Few nice mentals in there. Technicals could be improved, but passing 12, crossing, dribbling. Look, it's the best we could do, to be honest. And he's got a nice little bit of sell-on value as well. So potentially he might be able to get a move back to France, make a little bit of money out of him. He was literally the best wing-back that was available to us with our budget. All right, so those are all of the signings. We are currently in 13th. We've played for 1-1, drawn 1, and lost 2, -2 goal difference. We did try and sign Danny Schmidt. He did choose Camber. We offered him £7,000 a week. 7,000 starter, regular starter, and he chose Camber, who finished lower than us the next season. FM does some strange things. He would have been quite nice. While I'm talking, I've forgotten that we have signed another player, and it was kind of because we didn't get Schmidt. We've gone Slobodan Tedic. He is another big boy. 6'3", pace 12, jumping reach 16, heading 14, finishing only 9, but a 4-star striker who can play in a variety of different forward roles for us. He is formerly of Manchester City, was a loan at Troyes last season, had a good first season with Barnsley in the season 1 in terms of the game 22-23, 16 goals, adds real depth to our forward line, £8,250 a week, so we are definitely spending more in the wages, but we have now got 4 strikers. I did say I wanted 4 strikers. We've got 4 strikers. We've got Moser, Knoll still there, Tedic and Uldrikis, who can now play in our new system, which looks a little bit like this. This bit here is all changeable. I'm just trying to get a role right. We may drop the target forward to a deep line forward on support. And the idea is that these boys are going to definitely hold up play. They're going to drop off at times. I just want to try and get Hove running in behind. So that's why we've got him as a shadow striker. Wing backs on attack. We've gone with a Register and a DM. I just thought we weren't getting much out of the Volante. I'm not asking much. He still does get into these areas in around the penalty area. So that will do for me. I was hoping as well with the DM, it will allow the Register to get forward a little bit more and play a little bit more. We've got the 2 wide centre-backs in as promised. Few changes. We've taken off working to the box because we want to get into these attacking areas and we want to sling a few crosses in. All right, so that is the tactic. You Patreons will have it now. Go check it out over at Patreon. The link is always down in the description for that. And as I said, link in the description if you would like to join the Patreon. Those are the signings. The form has been okay, to be fair. I'm quite happy. Pre-season went quite well. A little bit stop-start with a few players getting injured. We've lost players as well. We've got Mbimbi out now. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks. Deji's out 1 to 16 days. Was it 1 to 16 days? 1 to 6 days. Noel's been injured. Moser's been injured as well. So we've been... Van Dongen had to come in and play a game. Was absolutely terrible. Missed an absolute sitter. I think it was against AZ Alkmaar. We drew 2-2 at Rotterdam. We were 2-0 down. Playing okay. And then split us through as per usual in FM when you're playing a higher line. But we did deservedly get back in. Serrano and Roman scoring from the spot. NEC, home game against the newly promoted side. We were down to 10 men for over 30, since the 38th minute. We were 2-0 up as well. Movie scored on 5:74. I'll have to show you his second goal because it's an absolute smasher. Pull back. This is the defensive midfielder on support, by the way. Gets a little bit of luck, but absolutely smashes it. We need a few more goals from our midfielders. AZ Alkmaar, a 1-0 defeat at home. They're the team that normally dominates the ball the most in the league. They outdid us just, I think, on possession. I think it was quite tight. 49 to 51, 0.93 XG. So we created a little bit. They scored in the 87th minute, was an absolute killer. And then we've just lost 2-0 at Ajax. 57 and 90 plus 2. And I tell you what, boys, we created one of the best chances you will ever see. And Tedic, our new signing, has had an absolute stinker so far. Let me see if I can find how we build up. Right, watch this. So start from the keeper, out to the wide centre-backs. We're moving it. Patient. Obviously, Ajax are pressing on us, look, but we're quite calm. Very good in possession. We finally get Romans in, and then we're off a really good pass. Now, that is what I wanted the target forward to do, because what he has done is come off, he's linked the play pretty well, and he's left a gap. There is Tedic, our pressing forward. Hove now, the shadow striker's got on the ball. He threads the ball through to Tedic. He's through on goal, and he absolutely slithered it, and he put it wide. And then, of course, as Ajax do, did we lose possession? Serrano, yeah, we lost possession. Where do we lose it? We go back, we keep it. I'm sure we lose it at some point. Tedic. Here we go. There we go. We've lost it. Now Tadic is in. Now we have a tackle there. We lose the ball. We try and get it back. We slide tackle there. Get it. We slide tackle again. And it falls to Burgess and he puts it in. So it was a little... That one sent me a little bit wild. I'm going to be totally honest. And then the stoppage time goal from Tadic was a free kick. So I don't think we're a million miles away in terms of being a half-decent side this season. The board want us to... We're predicted to finish 14th again. I imagine what do the board actually want from us this year? Struggling to work in a budget, but we'll just have to deal with that. They need to give us more money. There is a club plan to expand the stadium, avoid relegation, which is like the last year of doing it. So we've got another year of, I think, being quite relaxed in terms of how we can play and changing a few things if we need to. I would like to really stick with this tactic this season, as said. Tweaking the rules, maybe I would like to see at some point, like if we had a little bit more pace in there, a little bit more pace, an advanced playmaker on a Gaunch, just someone to sit in the hole and feed balls through, link the play from the defence to the midfield, from the defence forward to the attackers. I'm debating whether to do a deep line forward on support for that one, just so I can get him involved in the game a little bit more, dropping into these areas to leave that hole a little bit. I'm just going to have to watch the highlights as I go for that. And as I said, Tedic, our presser, has had a stinker, average rating of 6.35. Now, in terms of the Eredivisie, we are 13th, which, you know, we've played AZ, we've played Ajax so far, so I'm not too worried about that. We're still getting good possession numbers, 53%, bearing in mind that we have played the two big boys. And then finances, 14th highest. We've gone up again, 4.22. So we've just gone up short of a mil. So we've progressed a little bit. We're still in and around these really low numbers. So we can't do much. To be fair, it's quite tight up until MN. And then you're looking at there's a nearly £1 million jump from 10th to 9th. We really need to try and get into that middle slot there. That would really help. We're talking maybe 3 or 4 brilliant, not brilliant, but better players to fill the squad, to fill a few areas as well. So really important that we try and get into that area. The profit from last year, we spoke about last season, we made a loss of 630,000. I think we did in season 1, we did actually make a little bit of profit. I think about 3 or 4 million. So it was a nice bit of money in the bank. We did spend a lot. We're overspending on our wages again. So it would be nice to try and get it down. What we overspending, over 10, 12 grand a week. That is a lot of money for us to be overspending. However, there's no chance. You know, Tedic came in and has been a disaster, but I do think I can get a tune out of him. And I also do think as well that there's a little bit of selling value on some of these players as well. And as you can see, a lot of these players now, all our new signings, Tedic, Mbembe, Uldricus, Mouvier, Serrano, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have now become bigger earners at the club. So we've kind of moved on in terms of that next level, I think, of player, of budgets. We just need to make sure that we keep a few of these happy, try and get these contracts extended on these lower wages as well to really help us push over the next couple of seasons. Okay, guys, there's no Let's Play today. However, on Tuesday's video, we will do 2 games back to back. We'll show you how the season is progressing. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Smash the like on today's video. Let me know which of those signings excites you the most. What do you think to the tactic? Can this be the year where we create a little bit more? All right, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. All the best. See you later.